You guys have heard of the Isle of Man by now, right?
Holy f***.
James Hillier, not that far behind.
If not, it's a little island just off the east coast of Northern Ireland. And it is home to one of the most insane motorsport events anywhere in the world. Once a year, the island turns into a racing circuit. And as you can imagine, this produces some of the most spectacular racing you can see anywhere. It is death-defying. Absolute madmen on their iron horses, darting between curbs, trees, brick walls, houses, a whole lot, in what is one of the most dangerous motorsport events in the world. So dangerous, in fact, that this year is the first year since 2012 that there were no fatalities in any of the races. It gives you an idea of just how mad this event is. This madman is Davey Todd, and unless you're a fan of British superbikes, you probably don't know who this guy is, but you're about to, because he's about to take us for a ride with visor cam for a lap of the Isle of Man circuit. Now, I actually spoke to the guys at Isle of Man races, and they said that this was meant to be a fairly chilled out parade lap, but it wasn't that at all. So here we are, about to pull on to the mountain circuit. You can hear bikes already flying by. But that visor down moment must be so intense when you know what's about to come. So on the pit limiter, and then bam, away we go on to the circuit. Quick look over the shoulder. You can already get a feeling of how low down and how crazy the speed is. We're already going down Bray Hill, and I already find myself lost for words. Oh my god! Look at the violence of this. Just as we hit the bottom here, the whole bike goes whoop, just forced into the fuel tank. 270 kph already. Guys come out the pit lane, coming out hot. Now, first big breakdown here. This is where I always crash in all the Isle of Man games, because I come down here like a hero and then just forget to stop. So close to the curb there. Now, I think these things have TC or some sort of anti-wheelie involved here, so you might hear that buzzing a little bit, but the acceleration, insane. Either side of us, we have brick wall to the right, tree right there as well, and a church or a house or whatever the hell that is. Probably appropriate, I guess, for the Isle of Man. Just buzzing 300 kph. I'm sweating partly because it's hot here, but also because of stuff like this. This apex in slow motion. Look at this curb. Look how high it is. Oh my, you just lean over it like it's nothing. If you hit that at this speed, you'll just be dead. You won't even know. You'll just die. You'll be in someone's living room somewhere.
Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us.
I'm already wondering at this point what needs to be lacking from your brain to be able to do this, because I could barely watch. Just houses there. Oh my god, the speed. We're just sitting at 300 kph like it's nothing. Catching air as well. I can barely keep up watching this. Oh. Such commitment as well. So now we're catching up to another bike, getting an idea of the speed. And I always wonder in these situations how you sort of signal that you're behind. Oh, well, we just send it by. I think that's the easiest way of doing it, to be honest. Straight by. Like it's nothing. Oh, and already back up. Look. Just how close we are. I can't imagine what this feels like, it going by, and just... It's so strange watching this, thinking that one mistake is the difference between flying by here at like 300 kph looking like a hero, or involuntarily repainting somebody's house. Again, 300 kph, big brake now. And what I'm really liking about this visor cam was we're seeing how much Davey's moving around on the bike. Again, as someone who's not really, I suppose, into motorbike racing so much, it's... Oh my god, that was... What? You can hear the bike reverb. Stop it! What I was saying before my 15th heart attack of the lap so far is that it's really interesting seeing how where you are on the bike and how you move on the bikes. It's part of riding this thing. It's part of getting the most out of this lap and the performance of the bike. These curbs either side, man. Oh my god. I know we're not one of the fastest parts of the circuit, but these curbs are just ridiculous to me. Did we go on one then? That there is just like flirting with death. I mean, I've driven over one of those curbs in a car and it's uncomfortable. In a bike, you just eject. Now, I was told by the fine people at the Isle of Man TT races that this was meant to be a sort of a demo lap with a visor cam to get some cool footage. Doesn't seem that way, really, does it?
I'm just gonna put my foot on the floor and I'm not lifting till I see God or a checkered flag.
Seems like brother decided to send it. Oh my god. We're coming up now to yet another awesome high-speed section. And I've paused it for a second. I know I'm pausing a lot, but I'm just trying to give you context of the speed of this place. Right there is a speed limit sign. 50 miles per hour. We're doing 245 kph, which I know is just over 150 miles an hour. So as we cross this sign, we are 100 miles above the real life speed limit, which if I was riding one of these things, I would have a massive grin on my face going by that sign. Holy hell. I think it's on 305 there on the clock. Oh, it's a blind corner. Elevation too. Oh. I know the revs rise as you go over on the tyre because I think there's less radius of a tyre, or I don't know what the technical term is, but whenever I hear that I think the bike's going to go down and that'll be it. These trees, man. Oh! My palms are so sweaty right now. It is warm in here, but this is just difficult to watch. Yeah, I must. Oh my god, these curbs. Community hall. Just one tiny mistake and it's probably over. Not just the lap. The speed of this thing through here. I'm not quite sure what the average speed is of this lap, but I just can't fathom keeping this up and holding on. Because these races, 5 to 7 laps I think they sort of run. Oh my god. I need to just pause for a second and gather my thoughts. Oh Christ, it's like having my brain in a blender watching this. I was going to say that I can't imagine this level of concentration for like 5 or 6 laps. That's how long the races are. Some are a bit longer as well. That and just the physical holding on for dear life. These guys are just built different. But now we come into my favourite section of this whole course. Into the town. Oh my god. And then just like that, we're out again. It's so good. I'm watching that again. Just such massive commitment everywhere. There is no room for error here. No runoff, no nothing. Over the curb on the right, into the bush and over the curb, leaning over it. I don't know how they do this. You guys all know by now that I came from sim racing, sitting here doing this driving in the comfort of my own room. I then went on to do real life racing and now race at the Nürburgring, which I think is probably the most challenging car circuit in the world. That has nothing on this. That doesn't come close to this. This is one of the last gems of motorsport right here. Holy. What was the speed through here? We're 270 on the clock there, 280. Doesn't look like a big move, but you get that wrong. 275 I saw it as a minimum through there. Having these trees just flying by either side, the sense of speed is unreal. Look at this. Look at this. Starts getting over a little jump now. Do we get in the air over this? Yeah. God, I need to go to this event. I say this every time. I need to go see this in real life. What is going through your head at this point? It must just be, where is the apex? Where am I going? Where am I pointing? It's 305, 308 I saw on the clock there. 313? 316? That's nearly 200 mile an hour. 320 kph is 200 mile an hour. We did 316 there on a motorbike on public roads with walls and trees either side of us. There can be no greater thrill, surely. You have to be so confident in your own ability to be able to do this, surely. You have to just know and trust the bike underneath you. I've said it a few times, and I'll say it again, but one error, one failure on the bike, and where do you go? So things are slowing down a bit now, only a little bit though, calm before the storm. I say that, and Dave was like, no, actually, 270 kph. Oh, I'm beginning to become desensitized to the amount of barriers and various hard objects at the side of the road. I've got a hard object just watching this right now.
Hey, yep.
Oh my God, how close was that? I'm just saying, Dave had the opportunity here to give the world's fastest high five to this poor unsuspecting man here to the right of us. Can you imagine? Turn your hand into a pink mist using this one simple trick. And now we start our ascent up the mountain. Some very tight and tricky corners here, including a very, very sharp hairpin up here as well, which I think is the second slowest pace on the circuit. Oh my God. Look at this curb on the right. Oh, it's bounced off it. Oh, the bike shattering there. Trying to slow it down. I'm not sure if these things have ABS or not. That's what it sounded like. Oh my word. Oh my God, these walls, man. I'm surprised they haven't got little indentations in where the riders whack the head into it. So this is the gooseneck, I think. I know some corner names around here. And now it gets a little bit leery because it's basically riding over the top of a mountain. National limit sign there in the Isle of Man. Now, national limit in the Isle of Man, funnily enough, is actually just go as fast as you want. There are no speed limits along this part of the road in real life either, or just stay on your side of the road. So what we're seeing here is maybe technically legal. Maybe not so much now, but oh my word. Let's hop through this little tight kink here to the right, and this is where it starts getting a little bit spooky because we start to get the side of the road drop further and further away as we get further across the mountain, meaning that going over the edge is a fairly significant drop now, with the threat of hitting a lamppost is replaced by the threat of falling down a mountain. Which would you prefer? 305 in a corner. These little bollards at the side here, they're only made of plastic, but they'll be enough to completely destroy the bike and take you out, so... Although, that'll be the least of your concerns, I think, if you hit one. Can you imagine the almost serenity of doing this? Riding over a mountain road, nobody around you, only you and the bike and the road. That's all there is. So like everywhere else on this circuit, I've been over the edge here and over there in the game, but we are now sort of in the last part of the lap. This is where I think you can make up a lot of time. A lot of very, very high committed corners here has been shown. Again, just tipping the bike in. These little bollards just threatening to... Oh my god. Another bike in front of us now. Again, we're showing you the pace of this lap. We're overtaking people. A couple of bikes I think up there as well. Now, this is always a tricky part. Again, has the bike in front of us seen us? Where can we get by them? I'll be inside here. Very nice. Oh, it's around the last left now, and you can see pretty much the entire island from here, but we're now plummeting back downhill to one of the best viewing places on the circuit. Big hard break down here towards the hotel at the bottom of the hill, and now down to the right. We're now going back towards the start finish line. No, not quite there. Oh my, look how close we are to the guys. Oh my word, sorry. I'm sorry to keep going back and forth here, but look at this. Appreciate this. How close these fans are to a metal object traveling over 150 miles an hour. That's the place to sit, man. Imagine what that's like, having the bike goes, the bikes go through there. Just there in front of you. 317, I saw nearly 200 miles an hour again. It just seems so casual at this point. Oh my god. Road tightens up down here a little bit. It's such a long cornering process on this bike. You know, you just sort of go down and you wait. I can't get over that. So now we're getting close to the end of the lap, and by now you must be thinking, man, I've had a good lap. Okay, let's just get to the end. It's almost like relief. I think I'd be relieved if I was riding this thing. I'm relieved watching it. Very, very narrow through here. Up to the tightest corner on the circuit. Could barely get around it. Just about. Must feel like a snail's pace after the rest of the lap, and then just slowly make your way around this right-hander. And up to finish the lap. There it is, checkered flag. Holy hell. And we end up back where we started. That was so impressive to watch.
Yeah, mate.
Now, I've watched a lot of onboards of the Isle of Man, but for me, this is probably the best one I've watched. It gives such a good idea of sense of speed and danger. I think the main thing is around here. I mean, I cannot stress enough that these are just public roads that these guys ride on, and the slightest error, the slightest mistake, and it's just over like that. Click of the fingers. I have so much respect for these guys putting their lives on the line to deliver some of the most intense viewing action that motorsport has to offer. Full stop. As always, a massive fan to the Isle of Man TT Racers for allowing me to do this video. If you want to go watch this racing for yourself in 2025, I thoroughly recommend you do so. There are some links down below in the description with all the information that you guys need. I'm gonna go have a shower because that was really hard to watch. Take care, have an awesome day. See you for the next one.